What is up? I've been in hiatus for a hot minute. It's been at least 4 or 5 months. Reasons why I drink. It's coming back right now. I'm here. I had a great night. I'm with my boy Derek.
What's going on, guys?
We're here chilling. We just had a great night out in Lakewood, and I am fucking wired. I haven't had really this. I've been having great times. I got plenty of stories coming up for us on our more episodes, because I got to get back on my grind. I've slacked. I just moved out to Lakewood the last few months, and I got out of Mom's basement. This isn't the Bud Light futon anymore.
It's a nice spot. It really is, man. I'm enjoying this.
I'm glad.
It's a nice area, man.
I rarely have guests over at my house, so every time I do, it's kind of nice. I recently transformed this bedroom into a workroom, and then now my living room is my bedroom. I got no fucks given. I rarely have guests over. It's not like I'm worried if someone's gonna come over. They're like, where are we gonna sit? Well, if anyone's coming over, hopefully it's just a single girl, and obviously she's just gonna get in my bed. But that's just beyond the
You
fact.
gotta get the bike.
What?
You gotta get the bike.
The tandem bike. This is what's gonna lead us onto our story.
Yeah.
Tonight, we had a great night out. Derek, me, we went out in Lakewood. We haven't hung out in a while. It's been at least like 3 months, I feel like. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, same bed. It was a great night.
So, I used to work with this guy back at Chili's. I've been there for 6 years, obviously, going on 7. But this dude right here trained me. My first shift ever. It was Black Friday, November 22nd. My first shift. He trained me as a busser. We were just cleaning off tables, bullshitting together. And honestly, from there on out,
You just escalated, man.
I just learned more.
Friendship, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Friendship, baby.
Known each other for a long time, so I'm glad to have him up here. Haven't hung out in a minute, and like I said, I was just glad to get him out and about. And tonight was just fun. We started off the night at my place. We just walked over to East End Tavern's my new David B's. If you people haven't known, I haven't really been talking to you. It's just a 2-minute walk from my apartment. It's just a low-key dive bar. Has nice chicken wings, Cajun style, my favorite. Side of barbecue sauce, do it up real nice. Actually, this guy's the one who got me to try Cajun
wings, baby. It's where it's at.
He got me to try them the one night when he was out at David's, and I go, holy shit, what have I been doing? No sauce, you don't need it. You just need the dry rub.
Just the dry rub. Where it's at.
So I've been going to this East End Tavern for a minute, so we stopped there. We had a couple of drinks. And then we decided we're going to walk on down. I was going to take him to Corky's, my favorite karaoke bar in Lakewood. And we made the walk. And as we're walking, I told him, I said, I think it's about to rain. Should we get an Uber? He goes,
I think we'll make it.
He goes, we'll make it. I'm like, it's kind of a far walk, but we'll see. We're about 2/3 of the way there. The downpour starts. We do a couple of light jogs intermittent, stopping in between bus benches and, overhangs just to keep dry. But eventually we made it to Corky's in decent time. Just not too wet, but definitely damp.
Definitely damp, for sure.
Definitely had my hair soaked. So we started the night off there, and, honestly, the Adderalls this dude had just really... I'll be honest, I haven't done anything like that in a while, but man, I haven't had such a great night drinking in so long. I'm wired, I'm feeling good. I had so many health waters at fucking Corky's, I can't even count them. You pounded hella Bud Lights. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I tried to hang out with you.
No, dude, what do you mean? You definitely downed at least a 12-pack in Bud Lights tonight. And I don't know if it was the Adderall or what, but man.
Wired.
My usual experience of going out is I have a good time. I'm pregame. I get out. I'm at the bar. But after that 2-hour mark, 3-hour mark of drinking, you just get a little sleepy. You get yawny. You get tired. It doesn't matter if it's loud. You start to fatigue a bit, and the only way to get it back up is if you got to keep drinking more. But man,
you know how that doesn't happen?
How?
With Adderall?
Yeah, the Adderall. I wasn't even once tired or sleepy tonight. It was fucking amazing.
Just kept on going, baby. It was a good night.
1:30, I'm still feeling good. We're walking back from the bar. I'm like, this is unreal. But the time at Corky's is where all the good stories happen.
Corky's is where it's at.
We got Pringles.
Oh, Pringles!
Yeah.
And we still don't know the other girl's name, though. Pringles' teammate, I guess you would say.
So we started off at Corky's. I signed up for a song. Turned out to be like an hour and a half wait for Fat Lip, but it was well worth it.
Great
But
performance.
in the meantime, we were just sitting at the bar, hanging out, had a couple drinks, chit-chatting, and that's when we met Ricky. And this is where the night kind of got interesting. It was just the beginning of the night, honestly. But Ricky was this really cute girl, solid 7.5, maybe 8. Looked really hot, definitely my type. And she came up to me and like, you know, tried to just wanted to order a drink next to me, and so, you know, we started talking. Turns out she was on a bike bar crawl, which to me I was like, wait, what? These people rode their bicycles to the bar. And they didn't just go to one bar. They started at noon. They said there was like about a group of 30 of them. And they were just riding all around Lakewood on their bikes, getting fucked up. And I relate to that highly because I love bike riding.
That's where you go, man. That's where you get to the bar. That's how you get to the bars.
And that's how I've been commuting the last 2 months. I go to the bar. I don't drive my car. I don't pay money for an Uber. Just take the bicycle. It makes sense.
It's reasonable.
It's exercise. It's free. And, you know, it gets the job done. And the odds of getting a DUI on a bike are like 1 in a million. You just got to be a complete jackass. Not using your hand signals, swerving in the lane, just ride on the sidewalk, coast it out. You'll make it home, no problem. So I hit it off immediately with this girl, Ricky, because, well, she's talking about this bike shit. And obviously, I'm all about it. Like, I ride my bike everywhere. And this isn't, you know, we're hitting it off. I'm like, damn, I'm going to get digits. I'm going to be doing something here. Eventually, she brings up the fact that she has a boyfriend, and I'm like, I'm not surprised. You're hot. It makes sense. Like, whatever. Fuck it.
Brought the boyfriend up to you.
Even brought the boyfriend up to me, introduced him to me, bullshitted some more. She talked to me for a minute. Even offered to buy me a drink. And that, to me, was like, whoa. Usually, hot girls don't ever offer to buy drinks for anyone but themselves, but let alone to offer to buy me one.
I was shocked by it when you told me.
I was like, wait, what? And I declined politely because I already had a health water right in front of me. It was full. And she already mentioned...
Like a total gentleman.
She already mentioned she had a boyfriend, so there was no use in like...
Oh, she actually mentioned to you
That was before the drink offer.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know, I didn't want to be like...
No.
There was no reason.
No.
But she was cute to look at, and it was a good interaction. So that was just the beginning of the night. And then so, you know, we're hanging out a little bit more, we're chilling. We eventually wander around and we settle at this table over on the side of the bar. And that's where we met a couple of dudes that they were cool. Mitch and Dan, they were frat boys, but they were just bros.
Total bros.
We were just kicking it with them,
Total
bullshitting.
Bros.
Anyway, come out to find, and I don't know, Mitch or Dan, I don't remember. One of them had a tandem bicycle, had 2 seats for it. So I was thinking to myself, shit, I'm gonna buy one of these tandem bicycles, and I am gonna start going out to the bar by myself. But then I gotta ride home for a girl if I just want to pull up and be like, hey, we can take the bike home. And she's thinking we're gonna get on a Harley or a Kawasaki or some shit. No, we're getting on the Schwinn, baby. 2-seater. Get back there and get your feet working. Burn off some of those beer calories.
Exactly, man. It's perfect.
So, yeah, I thought about that, and I'm like, I need to invest in a tandem bicycle.
It's a thing in Lakewood, man. Multiple people that we met at the bars have tandem bicycles.
A couple of them.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, too, that's a date idea. Like, you tell a girl to come over, we pregame with a little bit of wine, get on the tandem bike, go to dinner, go to some bars, come back home.
I think that's a good thing, man. I think that's a good way to approach a date, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting.
How many people have actually been on a tandem bicycle?
It's unique. It's not just like, let's meet for a drink somewhere. It's like, hey,
it's a good icebreaker.
Exactly. Conversation starter. You can bullshit on the bike. So yeah, I'm thinking I might have to invest in one of those. We'll see if Craigslist's got anything. I gotta find a cheap one. So that was that. And then we sit at this table and we have our fellow homegirls join us. Homegirls. Pringles. I don't remember her friend's name. I'm so sorry. I do. You are a beautiful 49-year-old black woman.
I don't think she ever told us her name, but
she
was just her Pringles friend.
Pringles friend.
Pringles friend.
And then Tony. Tony was their bitch boy. He was getting their drinks all night.
Tony! Yes.
Quiet old man.
Yeah.
Nice guy, but he was definitely their bitch boy.
And, I mean, they said he was, what, 49 years old?
No, he was young. He was like 37 or 38.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he was older.
I think he was older. I think he said he was around 49.
You're right.
He looked like he was 32.
Yeah, he looked
Along
super
with
young.
Pringle's
Yeah,
friend. She was 49, and she was a very...
attractive woman.
For what her age was, yes. I mean, she looked like she was 32.
Pringles, on the other hand, that wasn't her real name, mind you. She showed me a license. It was similar to the word... honestly, I can't even tell you. Her name was similar to Pringles, but that was her nickname. She had it tatted on the wrist.
She did.
Pringles.
Well, just to say the least, her mother's name was Pinky.
Yes,
so.
Pinky was on the top of the left boob. You could see it hanging. Pringles was a large black woman. Super friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Super nice. super, like, honestly,
All three of them were.
complimented us so much. Like, I haven't had my ego boosted in a while.
Said we were cousins.
Yeah, they thought
we were cousins.
I was flattered. I mean,
see the resemblance, right?
yeah, a little
Oh,
bit, right?
maybe a little
So
bit.
they were saying, you guys work out, you guys are cool. They sat at our table. We sat with them for probably an hour and a half.
I'd say basically the whole night.
Basically,
Yeah.
at least almost 2 hours. They were chilling with us. We told them that I was going to be singing Ludacris' #1 spot. And I told them, I said, I don't know when I'm going to go up, but it's at some point. And they're like, oh, we'll wait to watch you sing. And I'm like, really? It's going to be a minute. Anyway, so it's been at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I haven't sang yet, but we're still, me and him, drinking, chilling. And they asked what I was drinking, and I said Tito's, my health water, Tito's, lemon and lime. And they were like, oh, we hate Tito's. Oh, our one friend drinks it all the time. I can't drink that shit for nothing. I was like, oh, that's great. Like, honestly, just try a sip of it. Eventually, they tried a sip of the health water, both of them.
Kind of skeptical at first.
Oh, very skeptical.
Like, I don't know, but they said it tastes like water.
No, they said they didn't even... Pringles didn't even think vodka was in it.
She didn't trust us.
She literally thought it was just a water. And I was like, nah, man, there's definitely vodka in there. And by the end of the night, when they ordered their last drink, Pringles' friend ordered a fucking Tito's water, lemon and lime. She looked at me and goes, what's that drink you have? And I'm like, I told her, and she goes, I'm going to get one. I looked at her and I go, really? It's coming from someone
I was shocked because they were talking smack about it.
Oh, but they loved it. She loved it. She goes, this is great. And I'm like, I know, right? Gets you hydrated, gets you fucked up. You're feeling good. Don't even know. So that was that little side bit. We had that for about an hour and a half.
Going on.
And then they eventually leave, and we see this group of girls. And there's a bunch of them, like 7, 8 of them just walking together. And I got my eyes peeled. I'm checking out, where's the honeys at? Let me look. Where are they at? Eventually, I make eyes with this one girl. She's pretty cute. I eventually just walk up to her and I said, hey, how are you? What brings the group of girls here? And she goes, and she just points to a crown. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, and she goes, it's my birthday. And I'm like, oh, get out of town. Happy birthday.
Oh, what's her birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I looked at her. I'm like, oh, how old are you? And she goes, 27. And I go, no way.
There was no way.
I was like, well, if anything, you only have 2 more years to age, and then you're 29 forever. And she started laughing. And I was like, what's your name? And she goes, Jessica, with an accent. And I was like, it sounded like she said Jessica with like a K, like Jessica. And I was like, oh, cool. And after talking with her for a little bit, I was like, she's got an accent. I was like, where are you from? She said Brazil. So I was like, ooh, I was intrigued. Like, because she kind of just looked like a normal white girl from America until she started talking. Very cute, though. Anyway, so I eventually, after talking with her a bit, I said, hey, well, I'm going to be here if you want to talk, let me know. Because I asked her out point blank, and she just kind of seemed surprised.
She didn't speak the best of English, I
no,
would say.
She definitely didn't.
She was kind of...
Well, we found out she recently just moved here 2 months ago.
Yes.
So she's still pretty new to America.
With a couple of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did she come to the bar with a couple of friends, or did she come to America with a couple of friends?
I feel like those others group that we
there was a couple. There
were a lot more people that speak Spanish, so I think they were all as a group. Maybe.
Yeah, there was a group of them. I don't know how it came about, but
there was just a lot of Spanish-speaking people at the Corkies.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I'm outside with this dude. We're having a smoke, and I see her come out, and I obviously approach her and say, "Hey, what's up?" And I talk to her a little bit. And eventually, I put my number in her phone, so we're going to hope for the best on that, folks. Fingers crossed. We'll see if she texts me.
Seemed like a cool girl.
Yeah, and then she went on her merry way, and that was that.
Still don't believe she's 27.
Yeah, dude. She looked 23, 24 tops.
21, man.
Yeah, dude, she could have easily passed for that. Like I said, I mean,
even the group of friends that she was with, it didn't seem like...
None of them looked old or
So that's why I didn't...
It was a little off,
And celebrating your 27th birthday going out at the bar like that? I don't know. It just seems kind of skeptical.
Well, I was just confused because, okay, it's your 27th birthday. You're from Cleveland Heights. You come to Lakewood for Corky's for 30 minutes, but then you're going to drive all the way downtown to, she said, dive bar.
Right.
To me, that just...
It's the whole thing was...
It's a little sketchy story. But she had a birthday tiara, so...
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I mean, granted, it probably
no girl would fucking just wear that for fun, unless they're seriously fucking screwed up.
Right.
But she's a Brazilian girl, I can't imagine that. So yeah, that happened, and after they left, my buddy Zach finally came and met us out.
Zach's a good guy.
Zach and him have seen each other for over 6 years, but I don't think they've ever really hung out or even talked. Zach's my boy, my best friend. I've known him for the last 6-7 years, lived with him and everything. And Derek's been my dude at work, just a good friend as well, so it's been just a little weird that they never met each other or even had any real interaction. So Zach showed up to the bar, we all had a couple drinks, and these dudes hit it off like pigs in a blanket, chit-chatting about working out and the diet. The diet was hilarious. You listen to these dudes.
Zach's on point.
Both of them, compared to me, I'm a pig. I eat whatever I want when I want.
But he's ripped.
I try
the metabolism's on point.
The metabolism's gonna fade at some point. We all know that.
You got it for now, so you gotta live it up.
I'm enjoying it.
You gotta live it up.
I've behaved this dude knew me when I was a straight up pig. I've behaved over the last couple months, but I used to just eat like shit. But these two dudes are clean eaters. They were hitting it off, talking about diets and, their rituals and shit. And I was just glad to see that two of my actual friends that I like were hitting it off. Because usually, like, a situation comes up where you introduce two people you're good friends with. How many times, often or not, it's almost not awkward, but like...
It's like I knew him forever.
Yeah, a little bit. You did, and it felt comfortable. There wasn't any, awkward moments where I sat there, felt obligated to try to talk to both of you one-on-one. It was like, oh, there's a free-flowing conversation.
We could have gone all night with that,
exactly.
Even without you.
Even without the Adderall, too. So, it was cool to know that, my two good friends that I've actually never hung out got along really well. We eventually closed the night out with a shot. And like I said, I think I went out with my bar tip out. I had 38 singles in my wallet and couple fives. I didn't spend all of it, but I spent all the singles. The Tito's and water were like $4. I bought this dude Bud Lights. I definitely had myself a good night.
A long walk home, too.
Oh, yeah.
And we caught rain on the walk home.
We caught rain on the walk home as well.
I heard a long story about this guy over here.
Oh, God, we can't talk about that, dude. There's no way I can't.
I'm just saying.
This is not time for airtime, but yeah.
You talk about airtime. All right. We'll get it to you next time.
Yeah, next time, folks. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Like I said, I'm wired from this fucking Adderall. I think this was a pretty good episode on the fly. I need to keep doing more. I'm going to get back from my hiatus. I'm glad I had a guest again because these shows are always better with another person.
Yeah. I think it's more
interactive
to talk about too. You know what I mean?
You can bounce ideas off. You got someone who else has their own input and ideas because, don't get me wrong, I'm great at talking for myself for a minute.
I was super nervous going into it, but
I was worried. I told you there was no reason to be. You were gonna do great. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up this episode. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna do another one. I got more stories for you. Lakewood's lit. I'm having a great time. I'm Cosmo. This is Derek. We're gonna sign off. This is Reasons Why I Drink, baby. Have a good one, folks.
Good night, America.
Stay beautiful.
Mama see me on BT and start tearing up. I'ma start killing niggas. How'd you get that tripe? I attended Harlem picnics where you risk your life. Uncle used to skim